What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and for anybody else who's guided to be here. We will be using the Good Tarot mixed with the Enchanted Map Oracle cards for this reading. And I'd like to say that I will be doing some reading, if that's okay with you, because I'm an intuitive in training and all these decks are new. And to make matters worse, I have 4 new decks that I just received, and that means there's going to be a lot more reading in these readings. I hope you guys are ready. The talisman says that a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. It says wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey, and it helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. So it's time to remember what a wise girl once said. She said, "Always be yourself, unless you can be a unicorn. In that case, always be a unicorn." And you are this unicorn in this reading. So unicorn, you have crystallized knowledge right in front of you. And you are leaving Ghostland behind. I was just saying to Taurus, yes, I did Taurus before. Well, actually, I did both of them yesterday, but they had no audio. I had to redo them because it was Mercury's kiss goodbye, I guess. That the 2 videos I made yesterday for you and for Gemini had no audio, and they were good. But let's see what comes out today. So what I get from Ghostland is that you have crystallized wisdom and knowledge about how things are. And Ghostland had a ticking time clock. I was listening to a song yesterday and he says, everybody worried about time, but I just keep that shit off my mind. I just keep that toot off my mind. People living on 24-hour clocks, but we're on a ride that never stops. So you know now that this ride never stops, but you're still at a risk of slipping back to deadlines and I was just saying that to Taurus. I was trying to bring back the old way of doing things, the old way of timetables and deadlines and controlling everything, every little aspect of every little thing. And this new earth that we are creating, this new world that we're creating, has no room for any of that. It's about creativity and going with the flow and receiving inspiration, receiving information, receiving everything that you need, and trusting that you'll receive it in the right time. So there's no need for this. There's no need for this 24-hour clock. It's mind-made. It's T. Harv Eker, I think that's his name, talks about he has a book, a New York bestseller that's called Don't Believe a Thought You Think. So he categorizes these thoughts to fearful thoughts, and he says that they narrow your thinking and prevent you from taking action. Stressful thoughts, they create discomfort in the present moment. Anxious thoughts create unpleasant feelings about the future, and distracting thoughts pull your attention away from things that matter to you. That's all the thoughts that take you. All these are the goblins that have you living in Ghostland, And these both cards came in a pick a card reading that I just did, and I was like, oh my god, not the goblins in Ghostland again, come on. But of course they came together, because you can't be in Ghostland without completely identifying with these thoughts, which are goblins mimicking your voice, their stories from childhood wounding, or even wounding that we experience as adults. We're still sensitive to and all of this wounding and all of that expecting criticism and thinking that you have to do things a certain way to achieve doing things a certain way, achieving certain things to be lovable. That has no place in the new earth. And in the new earth, you're gonna need to be the generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, good listener, non-judgmental, peacemaker, mediator that the King of Water is. So there's no room for that and the goblins that have all these fearful, stressful, anxious, distracting thoughts. It's easier to leave the Ghostland world behind and focus on the new world, the new consciousness, the new way of being, because that makes it easier to be the generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, good listener, non-judgmental, peacemaker, mediator that the King of Water is. It's hard to be that and to have all these anxious, fearful thoughts. So now that you know that, leap towards it and don't slip back into Ghostland. And this, for me, is when you snap out of these mind streams, these thought patterns, these, being in your head about one thing or the other, you jumping out of the mind, especially the mind patterns that take you into non-ending circles and loops of one worry after the next and one fearful thought after the next. That's you leaping out of that, noticing that's not you. These are the goblins that are like the residue of all the traumas you've endured in your life. And when you do that, you can focus with clarity on what you need to do right now. You're in the present moment. You are finessing whatever it is that you're doing. That's all I have for you, Gemini. I hope it was useful. If you did like it, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I'm sending you my love and I'm hoping you stay safe. Bye for now.